Good afternoon. How is everybody? Hopefully you can hear me. Yep, good. Thumbs up if you... No, that doesn't work, does it? Can't do thumbs up. We've got a few people. We have got a few people that are online right now. Got on the Facebooks, Cosmo Wheeler, hi, hi. Andriano Zim Jagura and Paul Edward. That is Paul Edward. Hi all, King Song S18, 400 miles, King Song 16X, 2,000 miles. There we go. Martin Budd is watching. David Ben Venga, possibly, if I've pronounced it right. But there you are. Jerome Fortin is watching. And on the YouTubes, we have got Electric Unicycle Sliders Gliders Keeping It Wheel. Hey, Speedy Friends. Zinam, possibly. Or Craig says hello, or he says lol actually. Forestine Rocks, Fod Rocks, bonjour. Drone Nerd, sick, also says what's up Ian. Not a lot, wrong way, hello, wrong way, how you doing? Neon EUC says hello Marty and Ian. Is Marty on? Don't know, Mary's sorting all that side out. David Ben, hi all. Greetings from sunny Florida. Neon is riding a KS18XL in London, England. Dangerous, but spelled D8N. Dangerous. EUC, this will be interesting. Olav, Norway, KS18XL with 9,000 kilometers on it, and a Sherman with 2,300 kilometers on it. And he's been riding since September 2018. He has done it the right way. Olav has done it the right way. He has put exactly where he is from, what wheels he's got, the mileage he has occurred, and when he's been riding since. Mono Wheel Melody, I came here to support Marty. It's not a fight. It's not a fight, is it? To support him. Support me, innit? What's the matter with you? Block. Only joking. You alright?
Yeah, so you can click on the Facebook tab and you can see the comments on Facebook.
Ah, I can see the comments on here on Facebook as well. So, yeah. Okay, brilliant. That's very good. Nice. I got back again. Optimus Prime has got... oh, it's jumped. How do I stop it jumping again? Is it live chat or top chat? Stop it jumping.
No, it has to be live chat.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it jumped again. And so it just sort of whips up there. Let's go. Wow, it has jumped a lot. Yeah, okay, got some thumbs up. Too early for this. It is too early. What's the time over there, I wonder? What's the time for Marty? Mario? 8 hours of difference, is it?
I think it's 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning? Yeah, you should be up by then, shouldn't you? You should be up around about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Get some Ready Breck in you, or Weetabix. Weetabix. Afternoon, Brett. How you doing? One by Hayen, one by one off road. Rich Skull, afternoon, or not afternoon at all, Rich. It's not afternoon at all because it's not afternoon for all. It's very early in the morning for our friends over the water, over the pond, who stole our language and took it with them. Those people, it's very early in the morning. Ian Williams, InMotion V8, 2,225 kilometers. MSX 100 volt, 1,230 watt hour, 8,500 kilometers. A KS S18, 0 kilometers. An MSX 100 volt, 2,200 watt hour, 8,000 kilometers from Berkshire, not Berkshire. No Berks, Berkshire. UK, hi everyone. Flying Lion, yo Ian. Hello, Flying Lion. Lion. Wrong way, exclamation mark. Veteran Sherman, 3,500 kilometers. MSX 700 kilometers or so, and a Tesla V2 with 600 kilometers. Mr. and Mrs. Wheels, a good afternoon, everyone. Rob Hitch, IOL InMotion V8, Gotway Nikola Tesla. Oh, cheers, my dear. I'll have a nice little drink. What tea is this? Is it Tetley or? I'm going to go with Scottish.
Yes.
See? No, my teas. Or was it 50-50? Rob Hitch, Heil, InMotion V8, Gotway Nikola Tesla Plus, Farnborough, United Kingdom. You guys from other countries, other United Kingdom, need to start mentioning it because the UK is ruling the roost on this one at the moment. It's taken some time to get through it this morning. This morning? This afternoon. This morning for Americans. Maurice Wilson, welcome. Don Beard, welcome. Flying Lion's done 15,000 miles on his wheel. XINAM is Zinam, pronounced correctly. I will try and remember that next week, but don't blame me if I don't get it right. Ivan is in the house. Hello, everyone. Ivan from Wolverhampton, which is United Kingdom. In Motion V5F 300 miles, Kingsong 18L 2,430 miles, Kingsong 16X 1,003 miles, Gotway MSX 2,490 miles, and a veteran Sherman with 236 miles. So just one charge on that then. Drone Nerd Sherman over Monster Pro all day right. All day, right, comma, right, or all day and night. Paul Edward Binney, hi all. You're on Facebook as well. You'll get me to do this twice. You're getting 2 shout-outs. Kingsong 16X and Kingsong S18, 2,000 miles on the 16X and 400 miles on the S18, Durham, UK. Drone Nerd says, I came to Florida just to get miles on my Sherman. California, what's up, man, says EV Nerds Magazine. Cosmo Wheeler, hi again. Come across from Facebook, good man. It's been repaired. I made it. You did. Last week you said you keep missing them, and I've been commenting with you in the comment section. Here, week. So Drone Nerds travelled to California. It's been repaired. He's in California, and he's got a MSX with 6,600 miles on it. Patrick McCohen, hello from Richmond Hill, Ontario, Canada. MSP, high torque, 900 kilometers. And Neon EUC says hello Mario 2, and it's jumped again. Oh my goodness, these comments are a bit incredible. So I'm going to miss some of these comments out because I can't keep up with the comments. But anyway, they're in there. I can see them. So what has been happening this week? Yesterday, only yesterday, I had an accident. I came off the wheel. You'll see it in the weekly vlog. But first and foremost, don't think anyone has mentioned this here. No one said anything. This is how mental this show is. That the viewers understand that we're not quite right in the heads. And so don't even mention the obvious thing. Oh, I've got a call coming in. Who's that? Accept. Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just doing a live at the moment. Oh, hi. How are you? Oh, it's nice to be live. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So this little girl here, if you show her, Ruby, who you may have seen, that's my daughter, by the way, not just some small child we've stolen. That's my daughter. And she gave me this to take to work. And what's its name?
It's called Lulu, even though it's a boy.
Lulu, even though it's a boy. So I felt very proud carrying that around this morning. My little handbag with a... Yes, it is. So you can carry it like that. So we can actually drink at the same time. There we are, on the pinky. Right, I got to go because I'm in the middle of a live feed. Love you all. Bye. Right, that's them gone. Now, this here, yeah. Glad you didn't mention it. Perfect. Lovely jubbly. So this week, yesterday, I took the Skydio 2 drone out. Where is it? It's not here, is it? He's going to grab it. Mary's going to grab it. Good man. I took that out yesterday, and it's the worst flight experience I've had with that since owning it for over a year and a half. We've actually got 2 now. We've got 2 Skydio 2s. And it's almost like it knows I've got another Skydio 2, and it's trying to kill itself. So I took it out. Took 15 minutes to get it to connect. Never ever happened before. Then flew it for a tiny little bit and it hit a tree. Then set it all back up again. The battery came out. Set it all back up again. Flew it again. Hit another tree. And then guess what happened the third time round as well. But one thing it has proven, once the battery detaches, it can take some punishment. I think it's because the battery comes out on it almost on impact. So when it hits something, it tends to pull the battery out. There is not a speck of damage on the old girl. And one time it nosedived, really tried to kill itself, and it landed like that straight onto a rock. And it's pristine. So it's quite tough, but it just likes to hit trees now. So whatever they've done a really good job of sort of making it hit things, which is a bit strange. So if you're thinking to get a Skydio 2, don't trust it entirely, but I have now done a firmware update. But it is trying to kill itself because it knows I've cheated on it by getting another Skydio 2. Very, very odd. But there we go. So it had 3 crashes. Then I had an off on the RS. The RS, we've done 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 kilometer review. Mary's editing it up. Have you almost finished it, Mary?
Nearly.
He's nearly finished. There was said with a smirk, so I'm going to rephrase that. When you say nearly, do you mean not at all nearly?
It's More than halfway.
It's more than halfway. Brilliant. 51% then. Or 50.00.
Which is nearly.
Nearly, yeah. It's more nearly than it isn't nearly.
The
Yeah.
ability to find
So
nearly.
that should be done. So there we go. So the 1,000 kilometers on that, and you'll get to see that video. Has it broken down? Has it all gone wrong? Did it fall apart after I crashed it? Really rare to come off a wheel nowadays, and I've got an aching shoulder, and I landed on my back, which is really bad because it's bad at the moment. My back is. Managed to get a forward roll in, and what it was really is because I inflated the tire. I thought, oh, this feels a little bit low. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pump it up quickly with one of our new pumps you can get from speedyfeet.co.uk. I pumped it up to 30 psi. Not sure why, but I did. I thought, oh, well, I'll pump it up and that'll be all right for a few months. And then, of course, I had less grip on the mud. So I'm just riding along like I always have done. And it just went, whoosh, swiped out from underneath me. So, because it's super muddy out in the forest. So, anyone else fallen off recently? Comment below and I'll try and read them. Brett Johnson is here for the content. What's he got there? Oh, I see. Okay. Mario's doing like a little, that's a very efficient of you, Mario. The pumps, really, really good. Go and have a look on speedyfeet.co.uk and type in pump and it should come up along with other shock pumps and stuff for the King songs and stuff like that. But there's some reviews on there now. People are using it to pump up their kayaks and all sorts, which is interesting. Hi from Thailand. EVX Big Ian fan. Good to see you. 1x1 off-road. It says, greetings from Norway. 9.1 E+, 4,500 kilometers. Gotway MSX, 84 volts, 7,700... not 77,000, is it? 7,777 kilometers. Interesting. And another Gotway MSX, 84 volts, 6,900 kilometers. Woo! Thailand. I like the handbag. Good choice, Ian. So, likes the handbag. Good choice, Ian. And... Electric Unicycles is here, and Electric Unicycles has got Marty's face, I can kind of see. Marty, your profile picture on Facebook, by the way, just to mention this, if you sit quite a way away, like I do, so I got my desk here, and Mary's over there, and he was looking at profile picture, I thought it was you in like a naked photo shoot thing, because your face is here as a circle profile picture. The background image is of a, I think it's probably some wooden chair or something, it's got a curve on it. It looked like you were lay down, and that was your shoulder. It was like a naked shot. So I double questioned what he was doing. I said, why are you looking at naked pictures of Marty? I just wanted him to come on the show, not be involved in that sort of thing. And then it became clear that that wasn't the case. So, but there we go. How can I get a hold of you, EVX? Or does he want to be getting hold of you to get hold of him? That's the question. Quick run. I had an M Super V3, 64 volt, 67.2 I reckon, from Speedy Feet, but sold it a year ago. Why the happy face? Did you get another wheel to replace it? Instagram. So EVX said you can get hold of him on Instagram. Mike Myers, Flyboy EUC, MSX 3,000 miles, 18XL 2,500 miles, 14S 1,500 miles from San Diego. Oh, EVX says big race in New York City on April the 3rd. Can't get there because it's illegal for us to leave our free land. We've been locked in, not allowed. We're virus spreaders. Okay, when's Marty on? Because I can't get through these comments. There's just too many of them. Wrong way, exclamation. Ian, come on. You don't watch Electric Unicycles channel with Marty. Marty who? Hey. No, of course I do. I was just taking the mick. That's what we do here. People come on, they spend time with us, and we laugh at them. It's bad, isn't it? Alana W. Armstrong is watching. Welcome. Right, are you ready? Is Marty on or not? Marty's OnlyFans would sell like hotcakes, I'm sure. Do you reckon? Oh dear. What have you started, Mario, from looking at naked pictures of Marty?
You started it.
Well, you were looking at it. I was just pointing it out. And then you made me look at it. Okay. Right. Are you? Is he available?
If you swipe, you can check the zoom.
I can check the zoom. Samsung Media. Boom.
Is there anyone there?
There's no hello. Participants.
Yeah.
Click if you want to switch. It's just me.
Okay,
So it's all the. It's because you were looking at pictures of him.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the naked thing, and that if you hadn't brought that up, he would be here, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's left now. So is he? What time is he supposed to be joining in?
At past.
Oh, at 1:30. So we're a bit early. That's all right then. I thought we were running out of time like we always do. Okay. Ian Williams, broke my heel 4 months ago, slipped on some wet moss in between 2 paving slabs, then unicycle fell on my foot. Ouch. Woo. Ouchie, ouchie. Ray Rockney. I can never pronounce your surname, Ray. It's really bad, isn't it? Hello. How you doing? Good to see you on. Hi, Marty. How do you get into EUC? Probably want to save that question for when Marty comes on the Zoom. If he turns up. You never know. EVX has got a hidden comment. Let me put that as not hidden. Why did it do that for? So next up, I am going to be riding, not today, but I'm going to be riding the Gotway RS Bigode RS High Torque. Next. Paul Edward Benny says some really big mileages, kilometres on some of these EUCs. Yes, there are people doing huge mileage. Now I do huge mileage. I do huge mileage as well. But it's short-lived on each wheel. So each wheel does about 1,000 kilometres, and then I have to shift the wheels along. So for instance, I have got a stack of wheels here. So I've got the EX, and I've got the High Torque, the RS High Torque, and Mary's pointing down there. That's just done.
Yeah.
So that was done.
And behind you.
This one, the Gen 3 Monster, 100 volt. The Gen 3 of that, not the latest generation, because I've also got this one as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels here. Monster Gen 3, 100 volt. The Monster Pro. Sorry, I glitched out there. And then the RS High Torque, and then the Gotway EX. So there we go. How are you liking the EX? Would you like to see how I'm liking the EX? I will show you now. On my back. I'm carrying that Monster Pro.
Marty just messaged me that he's joined the...
Oh, he's joined, is he? Right, this is the EX here. And you can see, because it's completely clean, I have not even ridden this yet. Smells lovely. Don't you all smell the wheels? Smells really nice. Probably shouldn't smell the back end, should I? Maybe. I'm not going to carry on with that joke because that's bad. That only goes bad places, that joke. So I'll stop right there. Good job we're not live. Let's put that there. Lovely. Oh. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can get Marty on the old... Shall I remove him from the Zoom? Oh, brilliant.
Okay. I will load in a little video then.
You're going to load in a video, and then we're going to have a little chatty, a chin wag to make sure the audio works.
Yeah.
And then, because we're professional, and we do things like that, and then it's back to the studio, as they say.
viewers' videos.
Hey everybody, it's Rob Hitch here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Just a quick video. There's a lot of questions here and there on social media about whether or not you can take these devices with you on aircraft. The answer, unfortunately, is no, because the battery concerns by the airline. So I just wanted to reiterate that and wish you a safe and hopefully short lockdown. Bye for now.
Viewers' videos.
Okay, we are trying to sort out a major problem here. So we can't get any, I can hear Marty, I can see Marty, he can see us, but he can't hear us. When we do a test to send the audio across on the Zoom, we test the microphone, works fine, no problem whatsoever. Marty can't hear us though. We're not sure why. He's tried it with headphones, he's tried it off without headphones. We've tried an external mic. We've tried the onboard mic, we've tried unplugging it from all this equipment, so this is standalone. That still doesn't work. So we're just trying to sort that out. But sadly, at the moment, we can't get them on. What device have we got? Have we got Zoom on another device that I can use aside from this laptop that's connected to the same account? I'm ringing Marty on FaceTime, but I can't get an answer, so I'm trying to do video call on FaceTime, but I can't actually get an answer at the moment, so I'm going to keep trying to ring to see if I can get through. So it's ringing, it's ringing, it's ringing. But I don't know if I can get through. Trying video call on Facebook. And we've had to download an app to go onto the MacBook to make it work. So, yeah, sadly, you can see him, but you can't hear him. No, you can hear him, but you can't hear us. So it's a bit difficult for him, really, to have a conversation back and forward. Okay, can you hear me, Marty?
Nope.
Now I can't hear him. Can you hear me? No.
Change.
No, Facebook chat is awful, isn't it?
Oh, it's the internet is not great.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Marty's video is paused. Cause here if you right click, then you can.
No, it's not working, is it? Right, quality of call, 1 star. Okay, thanks for your feedback. Okay, let's try Zoom one more time. Don't think that's going to work though, to be honest. So has anyone got any other ideas? Oh, what's this then? That is that. Let's try this. That's ringing. It's amazing. It doesn't. I don't think I've ever known Zoom not work. Can you hear me? So we can't now hear you. So before on Zoom, we can hear you. On Facebook, we can't hear you. And now I can hear myself speaking to you. Nope, hopeless. So Facebook Messenger is not working and Zoom isn't working. So anyone got any other ideas for any apps that work? That would be really good. So I'm even getting feedback off your machine, Marty. So I can hear my voice coming across your machine. But I can't hear you speaking. Are you just on a phone? Yeah, so Marty's on a phone. He's nodding. This is good. So we can have a conversation where I can just talk to Marty. So let me start. The Monster Pro is awful. It is terrible. Would you like to say anything in return? If you disagree with this, Marty, just say the words. Just say, no, it's perfect. Nope, can't hear anything, so that's good. So sorted. This is really good. That's the way to do it. So zero audio. This is the man. He sorted it all out. This is the guy that's done it. So we got built-in FaceTime. We've got everything going on here, but it's just not.
Okay, try this.
Weird, isn't it?
Can Marty?
No, he can't hear
No,
us.
he can't
It's
hear
like
us.
he's in a swimming pool, underwater. Can you hear us now? Yeah, see, you can hear. Oh, you said something then. It came across.
You can hear me.
Yes, just then. Right, hold on. Try again. Say something. Yes, I can hear you now.
You can hear me.
Yes. I mean, every time I speak to you, I get this bobbly noise of myself speaking, but otherwise I can actually hear you now.
How about now?
Yeah, crystal clear.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Anyway, that was the smoothest welcoming to a guest we've had on here. Not a problem. We've lost the entire audience now, but you're here, so that's good.
Yeah, well, I think, you probably should try this test a day and a
Yeah.
half of time.
Yeah, a day ahead of time. That's a good idea. Mario's now made you full screen. Right, welcome, Marty. Hopefully we'll actually have a conversation. How you doing?
Yeah. It's great that we've communicated a little bit over the years, right? But this is the first time we've had real-time conversation.
Absolutely. I mean, when do you think, because you used to be, until you went away and went to the US distributors, what year do you think it was you bought a wheel from me originally?
Well, so first of all, I gotta say, you're my EUC hero.
Oh,
you're
my.
the guy that back in the day, I started in a few months. It'll be my five-year anniversary, and so you remember back this would be 2016.
Mm.
You were one of the few guys doing anything on YouTube, right? So I'd see you doing your videos before I even knew how to ride anything.
Mm.
And when I got my wheel, it's like, man, this guy's like a god. He rides so well. He can do backwards. He can do all this stuff, and you're so funny. You're so entertaining.
I'm funny. So that's a good one. Funny looking. That's what I get told anyway.
So I, as you know, I bought a couple wheels here first, ACMs. That was the first wheels, but there were really no distributors like we have now. So I bought my first M Super from you.
Yeah, it was M Super V3, wasn't it? I think. Yeah.
It's the 800.
Yeah, 820, 67.2 volt. Yeah, I remember it now. Yeah.
67 volt.
Yeah.
One, I think. Right.
Yeah.
And then I bought the ACM, the first one that came out, the 84 volt white shell. I bought that from you.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the white shell. Yeah.
And I bought my Monster from you.
You did. Which you just sold, is that right? A month or so ago, I saw something. You sold something, haven't you? It was one wheel you sold. Said goodbye to it. Yeah.
I bought the original Monster from you, right?
Yeah.
Way back when.
Yeah.
And that, I guess, I don't know why that magic time, the exchange rate, something was going really good, and your prices were incredible. And
yeah. So we had a really bad time of exchange rates. Yeah. So for us, it was really bad buying, but for you guys, it was really good because it was strong against our pound. Yeah. So you got good deals, basically. Is how it went.
Yeah. It all disappeared.
Yes. So how many? The question now is, I think everyone's wondering, is how many wheels have you owned?
Have I owned? Kind of lost track. The last time I counted them up, it was over 20. Probably 25, closer to 25 that I've owned.
25. What's that as an average per year? 25, 16. Oh my goodness. It's not worth working out, is it?
Yeah, it's been an addiction, as you know.
And you've got most of those wheels still, or have you shifted a lot of those on?
Oh yeah, no, I'm rotating because right now I think I have. I'm not sure. I think I have about 10. I'm trying to pare down.
That's bad.
You know.
When you can't remember what you've got or where it is in the house. It's like, it's here somewhere, I just don't know where. So what's your background then? That's what I want to know. Because you've got a wood shop behind you with a bandsaw. So I recognise a bandsaw, some clamps, a couple of bandsaws. Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, this is just my hobby. This is my workshop. It's my converted 3-car garage.
Mm-hmm.
So my other passion is woodworking.
Okay.
So I have a lot of equipment, and I retired from work about a year and a half ago.
Doing what?
I was an aerospace engineer.
Okay.
I retired from Boeing.
So that's quite well qualified, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
So it probably gives you a bit of a leg up on working on wheels, presumably.
Yeah, well, they're a little bit different, but I worked in the satellite industry. So,
Okay.
As you might imagine, the quality of our wheels is slightly less than
Yeah.
what we send up into space.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, it's a little bit different. What's your experience been? Because I think you've probably got a similar experience to me in terms of failures on your wheels. Have you had? I mean, so if you took all your wheels that you've owned, how many of those have failed catastrophically? As in, not like punctures and things, but where boards have blown and whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Excluding Overheat Hill.
not including that. Right?
Yeah, not including that. That's yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you. Okay, these wheels are so incredibly reliable. I have. I've never had a failure on a wheel that I've been riding. Never.
No.
I've ridden. I've kind of lost track of how many miles I've ridden, but
It's a lot.
we're over 20,000
Yeah.
miles, right?
Yeah, easy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I've never had a wheel fail when I'm riding. The only wheel issue I had that caused me to crash was when the first M Super 84 volt came out from e-wheels that was selling.
Yeah.
I had a bug in the firmware that when you hit a big bump or something, it could oscillate, push it off. That was the only thing. And other than that, yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
I've never had I can't think of any wheel failure that's caused me to crash.
No,
I've had a couple board failures that, like, a King Song failed on me, but just because I turned it on one day and it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, which is really, I mean, one thing that I've been quite glad of is when we started doing the 4 reviews, so doing up to 1,000 kilometers, so doing first unboxing and range test, then doing 250, 650 and 1,000. It's only 1,000 kilometers, but it's as much as I can possibly do, because obviously there's so many wheels you have to go through. But with all of those, there's been no failures across all of them. And when you go onto the forums, you would think that any specific model is absolutely terrible, they catch fire all the time, they're hopeless. And you think, that just is not, since opening the doors to this place, that's never been the experience. The only time we ever had it was with the 9-volt ones when they did a firmware upgrade overnight on a Friday. And we got in on Monday and we had loads of voicemails, loads of calls coming in because people are powering up their 9-volt ones. And they were getting on and it was blowing the board. And it was a firmware glitch, essentially, which they fixed, but it was blowing boards. But aside from that, for all the years, it's been... Well, I've never had it, so, yeah. Never ever had it.
I don't know if you know, there's a big... People are really dumping on Galway right now. There are fire hazards.
Yeah.
And I just... yes, there's been a few fires, but they're so exceedingly rare when you consider the
volume. Yeah, the volumes are huge and the occurrences are small. But I think that's the problem with forums, isn't it? Is everyone gathers in and then you see all the problems in one place and it's just sort of elevated higher than it is. I mean, my argument's always been we just wouldn't sell models of wheels if they were terrible. You know, someone gets a wheel that we've never had a fire. So in all the wheels we've ever sold across all of the models, never had one that's caught fire. So it makes me think it can't actually be a major problem. There must be something else at play other than this. And so much you don't see. yeah, I mean, there obviously it must be issues with these things that are happening, but it's not widespread. I think that's the issue. So we have customers with this latest thing, customers writing in saying, are these wheels actually safe? Can they catch fire? Of which the only answer you can say is, well, yeah, they can catch fire. It's possible. And they're like, oh, I better not buy one then. And it's like, oh man, it only does a disservice. Because to explain to them that actually, yes, they can, but it's so unlikely. Don't worry about it. Follow best practice and you'll be okay. But they just go, no, and that's it. They're out. They're not. They don't join the community. Nothing.
It even makes me. I mean, I'm human, right? So I see all these comments about fires, and I'm looking. I got the other day. I was counting up. I think I can't remember. It was over 20,000 watt hours battery capacity sitting in my garage right now.
Yes.
And
in your wooden workshop.
Yeah.
Great
so
combo.
I'm starting to think, maybe I need to move all my wheels outside, but
Yeah.
you know, rationality takes over eventually, and I think, no, I just, as long as I don't abuse my wheels, and if you crash your wheel, you better open it up and
have a quick look.
Check things, make sure everything's healthy, the batteries haven't been damaged.
Yeah. Simple as that, isn't it? Simple maintenance. I see to your left, you've got a very big wheel sat there.
Yeah. Do you happen to know what this is?
It's your new favourite wheel, isn't it? Go on then. Tell us what you like about it. I think we should be clear from the upfront, actually. Well, I'll be completely open about this as well. Is that once you said that you liked it, and I drilled you on some of those reasons why, and you've got a different board to me, haven't you? You've got like 1.5. Let's call it Gen 2 board. I wrote to Gotway and said, tell you what, before we shift this, would you like us to send us the board that's in the newest models? And they said, no problem. And they wrote to me 2 days later saying, actually, we got a Gen 3 board coming out that you can have. So they're going to send us another generation beyond the one that you've got. So basically, we're on a Gen 1 board. You're on a Gen 2. And tell us then, so what you like about it, but what... Is it only the voltage drop? Because you're getting more capacity than I am, wasn't I? Because I think mine went at 76, was it? Or 77 volts or something. You can run to 74, can you? 73?
So 74.5 volts.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
I think yours ran to 78.5.
It might have been, yeah. Can't remember. It's in the video. I mean, yeah.
So, and of course, I've always disagreed with you in terms of you've always on all your range tests forever. It's like you seem to get half the mileage I get. But I understand you ride them hard and worse conditions, and that's your philosophy in terms of like your range tests, right? And
because you can't. I mean, the whole reason for that is we do it so that's the worst you can ever get. Unless the only other difference you get is someone was much heavier than me. They're always going to get better range. They're always going to be pleasantly surprised. They take out the box and go, oh, Ian did a review, only does 40 miles. They get on it and they go, well, it does 80. And you're like, yep, brilliant then. So you can't complain because we did the worst you could get. That's our idea behind it, yeah.
Yeah, so I point people to you to see, okay, if you want to see the worst this thing you get, go see Ian, see what he's doing. And
he's terrible.
If you want to see maybe a more realistic range for something that's not riding super fast, just middle of the road. Like I'd say, like on the Monster, when I did my range test, I purposely limited myself to 22 miles per hour.
Yeah.
On average, on the straightaways, right?
Yeah.
And stuff.
What temp was that, do you think? 20 degrees-ish?
What's that?
20 degrees C, the temperature? Or lower?
See, I don't get you guys. You guys talk... You guys talk miles, but you also talk kilometers, and then you talk Celsius. Well, make up your mind.
All you need to remember is that we're right, because this is where the language came from. So that just trumps everything. You left United Kingdom and you went over there and you started a little life over there. You just got to go by our rules. So whatever we're doing, even if it seems crazy, just know we're right. As simple as that. Anyway, carry on. Sorry. Yeah.
So the temperature when I did mine, it was low 70s in Fahrenheit.
Hold on.
What is
70 Fahrenheit in Celsius. 21. Yeah, so 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when I did my test, I can't remember what it was. It was around about 0, so freezing. It was around about freezing. Around about,
so
yeah.
Now that's a little like a lot of the community knows that Ian hates the Monster Pro. Okay, so
Wow.
I'm here to defend. Well, you ragged on it pretty well, but it seemed like an unfair comparison. You get the. And I'm sure you've seen these comments, maybe that
I don't read them. There's this guy called Marty who's been slating me all over Facebook, and I've just been ignoring him. I joke. Carry on.
You did the Sherman test in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do the Monster test in the winter, and then you say the Monster. I forget exactly whether you said it was worse than the Sherman or about the same.
Yeah, so it came out pretty much. Yeah, it was slightly up, wasn't it? It was 6 miles or something more, I think, that I got in my Sherman test. I think that's where it ended up. Yeah.
But if you had done it, obviously, I think you would agree. If you'd done it during your summer, you probably would have done better.
Yeah, I mean, what dictates that is not like an intentional direction to think, well, actually, let's take this and well, I love Gotway, so I would do everything I possibly could. Well, I love unicycles in general, so electric unicycles. I think they're amazing, and so I think it's the only review I've ever done where I've slated something. But I'm quite glad I did in some ways because they brought another board out which gives you extra range. Just changing the board is going to give me an extra whatever it is. I don't know what it is yet, but I probably 25%ish, something like that, more. So I'm interested to see with this Gen 3. I'm going to keep it. Where is it? There. Yeah, I'm going to keep it, and then when I'm going to fit that board, I'm going to do a full-on range test again, exactly the same as video 1, but called Take 2. So it's going to be Monster Pro Take 2. And so it's not ditched, it's still there, because no one wants to buy it, because some idiot ran it down. And so now no one wants to buy it off me.
Yeah, everyone's surprised that no one bought it.
Exactly. So when I do that, I'm quite serious because, and I'm trying to report honestly because I know I'm not going to be able to sell it. I mean, that literally is sat there, so over a couple of grand for me, just sat there, not doing anything. Can't get rid of it. No one wants it. So I'm interested to see now if I put another board in it, what difference that really makes. And it's still fairly cold.
So I love the Sherman, and I think that's if I could only keep one of the two wheels, I would keep the Sherman because it's still a really long range wheel, but it's more of a generalist wheel, right? You can, it's much more agile than the Monster. So I've always said the Monster is more of a niche wheel.
Yeah.
That, it's so big, but what I love about this wheel, first of all, it goes longer than the Sherman. The Gen 2 board.
Wow. Yeah, Gen 2. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
So it's a lot. I'd say, I'm telling people it's about 10% longer range than the Sherman.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's a huge wheel, and so, as you know, it's just so massive, and it's so planted, and it's better balanced than the original Monster, in my opinion, because of more batteries. I think batteries are better distributed. Yeah. And so just not as a you don't want to take this to the store.
No.
Right?
No. You did though. I watched that video. You did take it to the store.
Yeah, but if you want to just, for me, go on a cruise in the mountains, just go on a 60, 80 mile ride in the mountains, or even a shorter mile. It's just so stable and comfortable cruising wheel in my opinion.
Yeah. You're quite where you are is quite well. Apart from that, you have got a mountainous area, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Because I think one of my I had a thought one morning. It woke me up, in fact, which is a bit unusual. I had a thought that there's a category I hadn't really considered before, which is I was trying to. This actually bothers me. You see, this distinction between the Sherman and the Monster Pro. Now, the only reason I put them side by side is because they're both big battery wheels. They're both big heavy wheels. That's pretty much it. I was thinking if someone's choosing, so a customer base would typically pitch them together, even though there's an argument to be made, technically you can't compare the two side by side. What we find, customer facing, they say, well, here's the two most expensive and the most heavy wheels you can get. Why? Tell me why each one. And I had a thought, is that every time I do my tests, for people watching those, they see a guy going out and testing the wheel, but actually I'm doing stuff whilst testing the wheel. So I'm usually going somewhere. So I'm actually trying to fulfill a task. I'm not just out to test the wheel. which makes it almost on par with commuting. There's another category which is leisure riding, essentially, where you're not trying to get anywhere and you've got all the time in the day. And you're not trying to burn somewhere A to B as quick as possible because you just want to get there. You're actually going out to enjoy the ride. Now, with that new category, I thought the Monster Pro actually would sit a lot better in that category. If I was to say, like with John, if I was going to go out for that, like a 1,000-miler again, what would I take? I'd probably take the Monster Pro. So we just know we're going to be on the road for X amount of hours. We're not trying to do a quick errand to take something over here or go and see someone here, go to a meeting here. None of that business. We're just on a road, we're on a ride, we're enjoying ourselves. The Monster Pro, I suddenly thought, fits into that category. So I know if I go for my usual route, like 8 miles, and I go from A to B, I just want to get there real quick because I'm trying to get somewhere for 7 p.m. That's the scenario here. I wouldn't take the Monster Pro because all those little gates I have to go through, up and over all these things. I'm like, nah, it's a nightmare. I just don't like this thing. And I think part of the driving force for that, my dislike of the Monster, was its lack of agility. I know it's big, I'm not stupid, but its lack of agility versus the Sherman for the price and weight. I'm like, well, actually, the Sherman can accomplish this better. Unless it's in a leisure class where you're not trying to rush getting somewhere quickly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And that's why I told you I would keep the Sherman if I had to pick between the two wheels, because the Sherman I can do everything with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to want to take this trail riding, really. I mean, you know,
it's possible, isn't it? But it's just harder work.
Yeah.
Is the reality.
No, but for me, I want to. This is a kind of a loaner wheel, but I'm almost positive I'm going to buy one, and it's going to be for going on mountain adventures and long distance rides. That's what I'm going to use this for. And yeah, you should. It's never totally clear on how you actually test your wheels.
No. So that aspect of it, we've never actually said that it's entwined with actually doing things. It looks as though, from a video-facing point of view, it looks as though you're just out to do a video of testing the wheel, which of course we haven't actually got time to do that. So I'm always doing something. So all these different shots, you'll see my clothes change very often. I try and put the same things on so it looks like a combined video, but actually there's things happening in my life and I'm fitting the wheel reviews in the middle of it all. So I'm always trying to go somewhere.
Well, here's a suggestion for you.
Don't do that.
There's this crazy guy that I thought he was Australian. He called me I was out riding in the mountains, and I had a hard time understanding him.
Yeah.
But I found out his name is John.
Yeah.
And I think you know him.
I know vaguely of him. Yeah. Sadly.
Why don't you give the Monster Pro to him? Because he looks like he likes to go on long cruising adventures.
Well, I'll give it to him. Yeah. Well, I'll fit the Gen 2 board. I think because we're planning to do something else together, just as a day thing. So it might be worthwhile getting. He's got a Sherman as well, and so it might be worth just taking the Monster out. Definitely fitting to the board. Definitely a take 2 on it to see what difference it makes. Because then I have a suspicion that will open up a lot more miles. Hopefully it will. And it's a different game, isn't it? It's a different game totally. If you can say, well, actually, you can do 120 miles or 100 miles like you got, in comparison to like 70, that's mega. It's like, yeah, that would be a unique selling point. You could say it's miles away from the Sherman. It's like 30 miles more range kind of thing. If you get that sort of scope out of it, definitely worthwhile. But there's another point in there, an elephant in the room. You've got side pads on yours, which I didn't get.
Yeah, I don't know. This, as you know, I wouldn't want to ride this outside.
No.
And I know your philosophy, hey, if it's meant to be used with power pads, then they should have included them in the box. But I look at it as you can buy a lot of products. That Skydio drone, you buy that. It doesn't come with all the accessories. So you buy some of the few extra accessories to make it perform its best.
Yeah, I would argue though. See where I come from. That I'm real resolute on that because I've almost, as I said to you on the chat, I've had 2 instances which I've never had in all the years where I've almost fallen off backwards off the Monster. So if you're pinning it, so if you're going quite quick and it's tight areas and you want to brake and turn, I've actually been on my heels, which is an experience I've never ever had on any wheel. And you wouldn't get that with side pads. And I'm thinking it's actually quite dangerous. Without side pads, you do need. It's a requirement. For instance, if this Skydio came and it didn't come with that, and they said, there you go, I'll be like, yeah, but you do need that. You definitely need it. And so, yeah, I think it's the same. I think it does actually need those pads that you've got there to come with it as a safety.
Well, I agree with you. Just like why doesn't Gateway include a
Oh
leg
God,
guard?
yes, exactly. That's a pet peeve.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It should come with these pads, but it doesn't. But I think this wheel is so massive, and it's like controlling a large container ship. If you need to brake, you need to think ahead of time, and because it's
you need it, don't you?
Yeah. But with the bar pad, have you ridden it? Did you ride it at all with bar pad?
No, it's still there. So it's bog standard. So what I want to do is now test it with the other board and just see how that responds. And if it's the same, then I'll stick power pads on.
I don't think it's going to be any different without.
Don't you reckon?
I don't think they've changed. Yeah.
So,
I don't know what they did with the V3, this newer version.
Well, they said to me, stop movement of the board, which sounds a bit suspicious. Let me have a quick look. I'm like, what do you mean movement? And I haven't got an answer on that one, I don't think. Let me have a look.
Well, so
Yeah,
on the V1 board that was like in this monster first before we put the newer board in this one, it had, besides the higher voltage, it also had an oscillation issue where kind of a back and forth oscillation that would happen, and it was really amplified the faster you went and sat on it, you would feel it even more. Okay. And with the new board, that went away. So now it's rock solid. It feels really good.
So I didn't get what you're describing there. I didn't get that on my test. So I didn't get any oscillation things. The thing, it seems to change per unit, doesn't it? But yeah, it said my colleague told me the Monster Pro board is going to change again. So that's from the one that after the one that you got, because I asked for that one. So it says I better give you that later after it's finally finished. I'll send you a new control board. When ride fast, it will not move, was the response I got.
I have a feeling that's the oscillation.
Possibly.
Issue.
But this is the third generation one, so it's not the same, because I did ask for it. So I said, can I have that? He said, yeah, send that one. Because I said, perhaps then it will perform well and we can have a fresh, updated review. And it says, I'll send it as soon as it can. And then a day later, they came back and said, actually, there's another board after that one. But I don't know what's changed, but I'm going to have that one and put it in and then see how it goes. But
well, it's good. It's good that you expanded your mind a little bit and you're willing to reconsider this.
I want it. I actually genuinely, deep down, want it to be brilliant. Genuinely do. When I was really, that's a part of the disappointment as well. Part of that you might not get in the review is actually I had massive anticipation for this wheel. I thought this is amazing. So we did the 1,000 miles on the 24 inches. Which aren't there anymore, they come off of the thing. But we did it on those, and I love it. That monster, people say, oh, Gotway are terrible. And I always think, that 1,000 miler, the only wheel that would even come close to doing that, at the time, was the monster. And it's like there wasn't another wheel on the market that could have come close to it and done what it did with 2,400 watt hours. And it's like, I thank Gotway for being able to do that charity ride, because they worked flawlessly, apart from my blew a board going up a hill. But it was to be, again, people look at that and go, oh, it's terrible. It just, blew the board. And you think, no. We've been travelling 8 or 9 hours a day for 12 days or whatever it was with 20 kilograms on our back, going up some of the steepest roads in the United Kingdom. You're going to blow a board. So it's going to happen. And John's did the whole journey. They still work. So I came in thinking this is going to be a refreshed version of that. But do a lot more miles. This is going to be as sweet as anything. And then, of course, coming off the back of it happened as soon as I took it outside almost. Shot off and then tried to brake after being riding the Monster Gen 3, and I came on my heels and I was like, whoa, what's that all about? Not experienced that before, coming off backwards. It's like, that's weird. I've stuttered coming off forwards, but never backwards. So I'm hoping the new board will maybe not in that area, but if I won't put the power pads on straight away. I'll put a new board in so it's a fair test. Say this is what you'd get now if you're buying it now, and then split the test and say let's put some cheat pads on, because that's what they're called, cheat pads, and then see how that responds. And then we might come out and say, hang on. Well, and don't forget they now sent me a mudguard, so I didn't even have a mudguard either, because they didn't put one in the box and they didn't have them at the time. So they sent me one of those in the mail later. So, yeah.
Can't wait.
And that's it's those little build-up of things. So no pads and no mudguard. Those two things on top of everything else is like, wow, this is not finished quite yet. If they had the pads in there and the mudguard, brilliant.
And you can't see the back, but I have a.
Thank you, Mario.
I have a KS. Yeah.
There you go. Mario's just passed to me. Thank you, Mario.
I have a KS16X mudguard on mine.
Ah, yes, I've seen the photos of that. I mean, if I had that, which has never been fitted yet, it's crystal clean, it would have saved a lot of problems. I mean, like the wheels started filling with mud because of I just don't know how they've run through testing and not thought, should we throw this $1 part in? We've been shouting about it for goodness knows how many years, and they haven't changed. So
No, you never will.
they're going to stay the same. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and minimise the screen and see if anyone's got any questions for you. You on live chat as well, Marty, on YouTube? You can't see both at the same time, can you? Or can you? Let me have a look. Are you able to see live chat, Marty, on YouTube?
I can't if you're asking.
No, that's okay. Let me have a look. See if anyone's got any questions for you. Bear with me. Has anyone got any questions for Marty whilst he's live on air? And I will try and do the impossible. Live comments, yeah, for Marty. Yeah.
So you like my the thumbnail I picked for this, huh?
Yeah, it's a good choice. I noticed that.
You know, I did a Google search for I needed to grab an image of your live show, and that's the one that kept popping up in Google searches. So I thought, okay, that's it.
Yeah, you seized on that, which is good. I noticed that. Straight away, got that image. It's like brilliant. It's cracking up slightly, the audio, but hopefully you're still there. It's broken up slightly. Still got the live. What are you seeing, Mario, on the feed? Is it all right?
Quality is good.
Quality's good. Internet's good. Facebook Messenger isn't. Is it reconnecting that? Let me. Yeah, it's crashed out on it. Okay. Oh wow, everything's crashed out. Let's get rid of Zoom. You have to bear with me as we try and sort out these issues. Yeah, so my mouse isn't working at all. I can't right click anything. I'm still live though, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay, I just can't. Oh, has it come back round? No,
So
and
just command Q.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, weirdly, Zoom is just messing with me here. I can't quit Zoom. I can't right click anything on desktop. I've got the rainbow going on. It's all going on. Let's kill this Zoom. End meeting for all won't let me kill it. And something's ringing over and over again, which I can't quite tell what that is. It's fun, isn't it? What did you say it was? Command Q?
Oh, on the Zoom.
No, so I can't right click anything on the dock, and I can't click within the programs. Zoom. No. Well, yeah. Okay. Marty's video's paused. I can move the Zoom app around, but I can't end it.
If you command Q the Zoom.
Nothing happens. Command Q, nothing happens. And Command Q on Facebook Messenger, nothing happens, I don't think.
Close Zoom.
Zoom is... Okay, we're going to get there eventually, I reckon. No, it's not working. Let's pull all these cables out and let's try something slightly different. Let's see what happens. This is the Facebook Messenger app, I think. It's messing it all up. Right, okay. Oh, dead. Ah, battery's gone, that's why. Is it? Yeah, can you get me a battery charger just in case? No, it's...
That's the charger.
It's back here. Ah, it was the charger, was it? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's plug all this back in. I think it's now working. So it's closed Zoom, it's closed Facebook Messenger. Still got the rainbow wheel going on. Oh, sorry guys. This stuff is rubbish sometimes. Quit Zoom. It won't let me. Oh, there's quit Zoom. Your Mac will sleep soon as it's plugged into a power outlet. I have a feeling that it's not providing enough power. Possibly. Come on, Mac. There we go. Okay, we got lots and lots of questions. Well, okay. Well, Marty's gone now. He's gone. What's the time? We're 9:10. So that was a bit of a massive fight. Hey, 9:10? I mean, 9 minutes past 5. 9:10. Oh my goodness. Doing stuff live, you get these risks, don't you? This is the thing. So we force quit the apps, yeah. Stop using Zoom. Tried that. Tried to quit Zoom. But there we go. So the chat has been mental. With Mario controlling that, he's got no oversight of the questions that have been asked, the comments that have been said. I haven't seen any of them because we've been chatting with Marty, trying to get a good, rich conversation out of that, really based around the Monster Pro. That was the idea of getting Marty on. Marty is on the other side of the pond, but on the other side of the opinion of the Monster Pro, and that is really good. It's really, really healthy to have two separate people who have got experience in riding wheels. You heard, if you caught the start of the interview, Marty's been riding a long time. He's one of our early customers. It was brilliant to have him buying from us from the US, so we send stuff over. But this story's not finished yet, as you heard. There's another generation board coming out. We're going to fit that one. We're assuming it's a Gen 3, could be a Gen 2. It's hard to tell with communications with China. But I'm considering it a Gen 3 board. It's going to go in there, going to test it, bog standard, and then part 2 of the second Take 2 review of the Monster Pro will include cheek pads going on and a mud guard. So yeah, it's going to happen. So that will be redone. So the conversation around that, and we can always have Marty back on, can't we, at another time as well? And we'll try and work out how on earth we can, we can get him back on again and get everything working, especially Zoom. Zoom would probably be a bit more stable. But it went well, didn't it? Not Monster, the Messenger.
Yeah.
You could hear the audio. I mean, I could hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great because you could hear the reverb back from mine, but yeah. So I'm hoping that was what you guys wanted to see. If not, do you want to just message below? Let us know if you think it's a good idea getting a guest on. We're trying to do it every week. Depends who can come on and whether we can actually fit it all in. As I say, we'll be retesting the Monster Pro. I'm going on to the RS High Torque next and the EX, so I'll start both those videos rolling for you. And say we try, as you probably heard, we're trying to fit it into doing other daily activities as well around the businesses. So I tend to be going somewhere or doing something. Occasionally I go out and just ride it, but usually it's trying to fit it in at the end of an evening. So if I try and grab a wheel and think I need to get this in, I haven't had time today, I try and find good weather, because you can't fly a drone unless it's good weather, to get the shots and use camera equipment. I try and get it, and then of course you've got family commitments as well, so it's trying to quickly go, right, I'm just popping out just for 20 minutes to get a quick ride in, so you're trying to shoot around, get it done, and bolt it all together and say, this is the range. So we will do that with those 2 videos. If you know someone that should be on this live show for a conversation, then obviously let us know, but importantly, they need to contact us so we know that they actually want to be on, have got a vested interest to be on. And we can decide whether we have them on or not. That would be great. I want to say thank you very much to Marty for joining in with this chat. Really important to have a chat. Guy's been riding for years, got loads and loads of wheels, gets a real rounded opinion of all these wheels. So I thank you very much, Marty, for joining in the fun for the community and stuff like that. It's just the questions have been inundated with comments and questions. I haven't seen them all. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to go through the live feed chats and try and answer those off. But the video is going to go up live after this is finished, so it'll be on our channel. Feel free to comment back again with any comments you put down. Not intentionally ignoring you. We're just trying to make sure that the primary driver for this show this week was having Marty on. Just want to make sure that interview was done. And so I just had to go, look, it's too much. I'll shut the comments off. I just hid them behind and just spoke to Marty. Couldn't cope with it all. So thought that was best tactic to take rather than ignore Marty and talk to you guys. Seeing as who's on. So thanks, Marty, for probably waking up early, unless you're an early riser anyway, and joining in. Thanks to those guys from the US who joined in with Marty as part of his following, who got up early as well to watch the show and communicate. And thank you very much for commenting. Brilliant. And sorry that I missed your comments, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And we will see you on next week's vlog on Monday. As long as Mario does it properly and edits it all up, that'll be good. Yeah, he says, yeah, you will. And yeah, thank you very much. So we will do it again. Marty says, hopefully we can do this again with a better connection. Definitely, we need to use Zoom. We will have Marty back on as long as he's willing to come on. We'll have Marty back on. Probably the best time to do that is once I've redone the test. And we'll talk about other things. So Marty, probably still watching. Think of some ideas that you can bring to the table as well. Maybe some topics you want to talk about, other topics other than the Monster Pro. We will talk about that next time as well if you come back on after done my other review. And yes, we will see you Monday, and I'll see you live Wednesday, and the 1,000 kilometer review of the RS High Speed will be up as well. So look out for that on our channel. Click the bell notification for all notifications. Go to electricpeople.org and carry on the conversation in the comments below. And we will see you next week. Thank you very much. Goodbye. I'll do this because that used to be the ending tab that Mary probably still hasn't put in, even though I asked him to last week. So I'll do this until it ends. Is that it? Did you put it in?
No, because I can't find it.
You can't find it. It's lost it. Brilliant.